Yeah. Tempter. Abdul Kul Sheyuat Biwa Samus Tempter. That means begin all things by first using all. We say tempter in our language. That is the source of all power, the source of everything. What they would like to refer to in the religious aspect as God. Right? So, greetings to greetings to all the sacred feminine and all the masculine men of the tribe and strangers. We welcome each and everyone on this auspicious time. Today, roughly 1 year from when we opened the tribe wide out to the public, because we are around about 5 years now, right? Today would mark a year since we launched our declaration and we tribe up, so to speak, right? So on this auspicious time to mark the event, we have our flag. As many of you will know, flag marks territory. It shows who it belongs to. It conveys culture. It conveys a language. On our flag, you would see letters in the Nubic script, or what they would call the Yamasic script. Yamasi was a tribe perusing the North America straight all down to South America. Those was one of the tribes that was mixing in with all the other tribes that was here. So we stick to the Yamasic script because we were taught by a Yamasi, Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle. Most people would know him as Dr. Malachi Z. York, who, without him, we wouldn't be here today, as everybody could agree, right? So we'd like to honor him as well with the raising of this flag, as it would show that what he has taught from many years ago, it is alive and well to date, as you are witnessing here today. So, on the 7th of February, we launched our declaration, and also at the same time, we voided the corporation illegally operating on our lands, right? That corporation is known as Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We, the Kairi indigenous peoples, right? These lands are all of our birthrights, right? There is no state, there is no crown owning anything. This belongs to the indigenous people, right? The indigenous people in all the very many shades and varying hair textures all come from the indigenous blood. The cameraman could pan out and see the difference between the different shades of what we would refer to or what we accept as indigenous, bearing in mind that it's also a mental aspect, right? So today, the 11th of the Gregorian calendar, 2023 of February, would be 4 days after the date on the 7th we launched the declaration, right? That would have put all that aside and let the world know who we were, who we are, and who we will always be, indigenous. The birthright holders of all these lands. Somebody furnish me with the map before we go to the race flag. You are the map in here. We have now mapped out our indigenous active territory because basically the whole earth is ours. But because we have been asleep for so long and we now wake up and we now realize so much invaders on our lands, occupying here illegally, some by force, some by conjure, some by what have you, we now say here what? Leave them where they're already occupying, leave them there to exist. We want to move away from them and exist just where our ancestors used to exist in times of war. Going up the road here, Lalaha is a site. I want to mention this on record. That the Battle of 1666, the Battle Arena, now they take it from the National Archives. 5 years ago when I went, it was there. Some of them who escaped, they held 6 chiefs. The Spanish and them, they held 6 chiefs. And they massacred them, murdered them, right? Basically, the chiefs them give up their lives because they was going after the women and children when they couldn't get the chiefs then. The remainders who was riding with the chiefs and the army, they went up to this zone here where they call Lalaha, some about 10 miles up the road. And rather than face enslavement, or rather than face any type overreach of a stranger into the indigenous way of life, they dive off the cliff. We aren't aware how much is the numbers, but we are aware that some of them, what we would call today, commit suicide over that cliff there. Just not. That's the great sacrifice they made, just not to encourage or to acquiesce to invaders being on the land. And we today must uphold that and honor our ancestors, right? We're not going to commit suicide no more, because we now know that the measure they used to take over the lands was fraud. Elizabeth is, was, and will always be a fraud. Charles, following up in the fraud, he is a fraud. Thus, all the Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent, all those cooperative names, they are all fraud. Right? Now we know. So we don't have to get to violence. We don't have to commit suicide. All we have to do is go back to the land. Leave them with their way of life and go back to our way of life and expound on it. Our ancestors left all this for us. They had high technology the world can't repeat today. Right? And it's big monuments, it's all over social media now, and they're still marveling at it. We have that now. We have members here who could cure cancer, stage 5 cancer, AIDS, right? So, with no further ado, seeing that the ancestors let up so we could get the next set of breeze to raise the flag, we could go up with some of the drummings, right? Oh, before we do that, anybody any quick question? Because we always welcome questions. If you don't want to ask on camera, you could ask on the side after. Right? So we want to get some drums. Kefirmin, give me a little volume on the drums in the back of me. And we have a brother here who's YouTube certified in raising flags. Right? Because you know you can learn just about anything on the internet now. I spent 15,000 some years ago, about 15 years ago, to become a medic. And now you could go online for free and become a paramedic. You understand? So yeah, right? So this is our auspicious moment. This is where we start, or we continue back or forward in our way of life. Right? Everybody agree? Yes. I say, Osio. Let's roll. We're going to get the flag. Drums. Colors on the flag. Have an ancient history. It goes all the way back to our cousins in Sudan. To whom, from which, along with the addition of the indigenous bloodline, brought us Thunderbird Black Eagle. Black. It's for the wealth of the people and the people itself. That's being black. In that out of darkness everything's come. The red. The blood of the people. Back in the day, the red used to be coming first, and then they changed it and they said, wise elders said, the blood of the people shall be spilled no more, so the red will not come first anymore. So we put the black to protect the red, for the earth to protect the blood, and the green, of course, is all your territory, the entire planet, Zurukaya, Tiamat, Ki, that they now call Earth. You'd see the symbols, the script that is written, one of our many languages.